Yeah, bro.
We're live?
Yeah, we're
We're going to lose sound again. And let us know if it's cutting out. Don't fucking pull Malta's leg.
Yeah,
So far, it's all right.
I don't know, bro. I don't fucking trust
How are we, lads?
Very good.
Yeah, not
How's
bad,
everyone?
bro.
Malta?
Well,
Not
let's
bad,
start
man.
again. We need the welcome, Banana.
Not bad.
Welcome to everyone. Everyone, ladies and gentlemen, everyone watching at home. Malta, how are you?
Yeah, fucking starting to get a bit. I'm good. Starting to feel it. Yeah, starting to get a bit
Fuck,
nervous.
I feel like a special guest tonight, bro.
Yeah, been for a while. Busy with soccer.
Busy.
Football.
But we're here when we can make it. And fuck, what a time to...
Good time to come back.
yeah, man. Good time to be on the show. Talk a bit about Wanderers. Fuck, we're on a bit of a run. Exciting times. Unfamiliar scenes, because around this time each year, Banana, we're usually talking about where it went wrong.
I would have been season wrap.
Yeah, this would have been an end of season potty. But mate, we got a big game on Saturday night. Probably biggest game in the last 10 years for us.
Easy.
And mate, nerves are kicking in. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I was a bit nervous all day today, just thinking about the game and just talking with people. And the reason why the nerves are there is we're going so well, we've done so well, and it can all go to waste in 90 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
That's what makes me nervous. If it was like a Champions League two leg tie, right, I'd be less nervous, because usually the better team comes out over 180 minutes.
Yeah.
Right? You might get lucky in the first leg, and the second leg you come in, you do your thing. This one's 90 minutes. So you have one off game.
Yeah.
That's your season, bro.
You got 90 minutes to convince the bandwagon.
Yeah, fuck. I reckon the bandwagon's on, bro. Everyone's on the,
it's
on the
on,
bus.
bro.
It's on, bro.
We saw Campbelltown, bro.
Yeah, there's no convincing, bro.
I saw 3 buses last week drive past. All Wanderers jerseys.
Oh,
Fucking
mate.
hell, yeah.
Honestly, it was the bandwagon's back, but you're right, far out. The nerves have started now, eh? Like, yeah, it's funny you said that, because this is again proper shower thoughts.
Yeah. Sorry, man.
And
Head and
I
shoulders.
was I was the same, boss. Like, I was thinking, I'm like, fuck, I actually am more nervous for this than if we win and hypothetically get the semis.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, you just don't know. Like, it just
Losers out, bro. That's it.
Is this bigger than Sydney finals?
It is.
Yes.
It is. You know why,
Like 2
Malta?
seasons ago? Yeah.
Because we were very... there was still a lot of doubts. When we had that game, I didn't think we were ready. I didn't feel like we belonged in that.
Like, we just snuck in
We just snuck in. It was, it was relief we hadn't been there, but it was also a bit of doubt. Like, can we keep up with the big dogs now?
I'm pretty sure last time when we did make the final against Sydney, I'm pretty sure most of us weren't that happy to play Sydney FC,
We weren't.
because we knew
Just tell.
it was time's up.
Yeah.
That's what it was. It felt like that.
This time's a bit different.
This one's different. We've hit a peak, Banana, and I always say you never want to peak too early in the season, right? And it's so important. It's so important to find the right time to peak, and to go 12 games unbeaten at the back end of the season, rather than the middle of the season or at the start of the season.
Yeah.
I feel like we peaked at the right time, man. We couldn't have had a better preparation in terms of confidence levels, in terms of how we're playing.
Yeah.
Like Banana, we went down 1-0 in 3 minutes. Not once did I feel like we were going to lose that game, right? And that's because the confidence levels are so high, and we're at a stage where we just feel like we're going to win games, right?
The belief's there.
The belief's there, the confidence is there. You could see the energy levels from the boys, the team, the gaffer, our fans. It just feels like it's the right moment, bro.
It's good to see on TV, be honest.
It was just 3 bays full, Malta, there?
Yeah, oh, mate.
I'd
it
say
was
about 3. Even 4.
3 bays full. First time ever. First time since Campbelltown.
They even opened up the corner.
Yeah, that the corner was open up a bit behind the goals.
Well,
The image you posted up was?
Yeah, so we shared an image, and we'll bring some clarification around that. We shared an image on our Twitter page about we had two different images. One that was taken 3 years ago in the exact same fixture, which was at Campbelltown. Exact
same time, almost.
Exact same time, exact same fucking camera angle, everything, right? And mate, I reckon we had 30 fans that day, right?
Yeah.
Compared to
The real supporters.
what we had on the weekend. Now, I know there was a bit of banter from the Sydney fans about how they call us bandwagons, but I've always said this, right? I've always said this. We are not Europe, right? And for your fans to turn up in this code, I'm talking about soccer, right? You need to have on-field performances, bro. Unfortunately, you'll have your 50 core boys that will always rock up. But if you want to have those fans that watch the rugby league on the weekend, watch the Wanderers, have multiple teams, right? They want to just, if they're Parramatta Eels are winning, they're going to rock up to Eels games, right? If Wanderers are winning, they're going to rock up to Wanderers games. Unfortunately, that's how it is in Australia, right?
Sad but true.
We can't compare the loyalty that we watch on TV with the Champions League and the domestic leagues overseas. We cannot compare that to our domestic league. Unfortunately, it's a different culture. Banana, they're born into it, right? It's their fathers pass that down to them. It's a different type of allegiance, bro. Different type of loyalty.
Kind of like my kids now. So it's all
That's
passed
right.
down to them.
So your kids will be part of the 40-50 when they lost 10 games on the trot.
Yeah. Oh, I hope so.
But a lot of the fans that rock up, weren't born into the Wanderers. So it's a different type of loyalty. And the reason why I shared that photo, right, is because the club's finally got it right. And it was more of a challenge to the club that this is what you get when you get things right off the field, right? When you recruit the right manager, when you do right marketings, when you go and get involved in the community, right? And we were just praising the club a few weeks ago about how the players walked out with the jerseys of the junior clubs, right?
Yeah,
Do you remember that?
A lot of people love that.
Do you remember that,
seeing
Malta?
Yeah.
The players walked out with all the different
And they
junior
did
clubs.
the social media thing too. Yeah.
So in terms of what the club's been doing off the field,
critical.
it's translated to the success on the field, and then that translates to numbers and gate figures, right? So the club's done an excellent job. Now the challenge is, can we maintain this?
For a couple of seasons.
For a couple of seasons, right?
Tough ask.
It is a tough ask, Banana, but we've shown this year they can do it.
Yep.
And when you prove you can do something, it means you've got the potential to do it. So I hope they can fulfill that potential each year, bro.
And you know what, Boz, like very, very well said. I agree with everything you said. And it is like talking about that photo, the one from a couple of seasons ago. I obviously, like, we were there and stuff, and just massive, I guess, vindication. I think moments like this, like, we're nervous for this Melbourne Victory game, but it
feels like it's a good nervous moment.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's what we've been waiting for. Like, we've been craving this nervousness for 8 seasons.
This is finals feeling, bro. This is finals fever.
And those people that, I'm not like shitting on anyone that just joined, but those people that were there, they feel it more than the people that have just returned or something. The people that weren't there.
Absolutely.
And that's something you can never buy. You can never.
No.
You just got to be there for the shittest times.
Yep.
Because then you feel the better times more.
When we
You're
say
low,
shit
lows,
times,
lows.
we're talking about Sydney Olympic Park days, bro. Right, we're talking about the gutter days, bro. The bottom of the fucking
Bottom of the graveyard in that
Bro, we're
ANZ Stadium.
We're talking like the worst of the worst days we've been through. And now when we're at this at the top of the mountain, I'm gonna say, because we are, bro. If honestly, as a neutral,
we're near the top.
If I was a neutral fan and I looked at the ladder and the form going to for the teams going to the finals, I'm gonna put my money on Wanderers. Right, 12 games unbeaten. Right, that's huge. That's huge. And not only that, we went and put a number on Western United a few weeks ago. Yeah. Right, and they were the most dominant team in the league going into that. They scored like 18 goals in 3 games, bro.
Yeah, goals.
And the way we won that game, right, the convincing manner that we won that game, mate, it showed me that we can beat anyone in this competition.
Yeah.
So, mate, I reckon times are great
to beat. Honestly, like if you're
100%.
Yeah?
That's how I see it. That's how I see it. I do see where the team to beat. I know that Melbourne would be nervous coming up to Sydney, right? I reckon they wouldn't have wanted to play us. Maybe they would have wanted to avoid us. If you gave them that option last week and said, who would you want to verse? I probably can assure you they wouldn't say Wanderers, but Malta.
Yeah, any other Melbourne team probably, except for City maybe. Yeah.
Yep. So, times are good, man. Times are good. And
Georgie's everything's
been quiet, Georgie, he's been reminiscent.
Nah, I'm all good.
Is that all?
All right, we'll wrap it up. All right, back to
back to Boz.
So I'm just taking it all in because, you know, I was there in the Olympic Park days as well. You know, you go through your highs and lows, and I just think where we are now as a club, you know, it's I can't believe it to some degree, but I can also believe it because, especially when, you know, Malta said earlier, probably about 3 or 4 podcasts before, saying that youth is important in football teams, and the youth understanding the culture of the club, understanding the culture of the fans, and we've been able to see that through Panther, Bonatig, even to a point Marcus Eunice. Obviously, I know he's on loan, and whether it comes back to us is a different story. But, you know, just being able to Priestman as well, like Sapsford as well, like to see them
Hammond
do so well.
Hammond.
It's rare.
Yeah.
You know, it's Australian football. I think at the moment, I think it has a good crop of good young talent that the world is their oyster. But they have to do things the right way and do it properly rather than looking at past players that have maybe rushed things. Take your time, develop more, improve your skills, and it's not just going to improve the A-League quality, but it's going to improve our national team.
Yep.
It's going to improve Australian football in this country in terms of how it's perceived and seen by people that may look at football as a joke in this country, because it's definitely not a joke.
You know what's going to wake them up? And this is going to happen in a couple of seasons' time because every club's going to do it. When we start selling our players for millions, shit like that, that's when the NRL, AFL will be like, they don't have that. And that's when it'll be like, fuck, we wish we were like that.
On the back of what George said, you know, he brought up a good point about how we used our youth, how we brought them in. We, you know, some fresh blood this year. I remember I've never envied a team, right, more than I envied Central Coast when they put 6 on Melbourne City in that final.
Yep.
Because when you look at that team that they won that final with, half the team were fucking 20 years old, bro.
Yeah.
And
right.
all juniors.
And juniors, and some of them were ex-Wanderers players, right? The centre back, remember the centre back?
Yeah.
I forgot his name now. So, and I envied them, and I said, I wish the Wanderers with the youth system that they have and the facilities. Why? I just couldn't understand at that time why we couldn't blood in the youth into our first grade team. And this year, man, credit to Stadge. The way he's found the balance, right? And it's not just he's thrown these kids into the first grade. It wasn't that. It was a steady progress, one by one, right? One by one. All right, Eunice left. Let's bring in Hammond, right? And
Give him time.
And Antonsen. Right?
Sort of even.
Exactly. Look now, Antonsen, right? $1 million a year. That's huge pressure on a coach to start a player on $1 million a year, right? Because as a club, you want a return on your investment.
Yeah.
But he didn't force it, Banana, right? He said, you know what? I'm going to give this guy a new role, which is come off the bench and be an impact player. And bro, it's worked.
Yeah.
And credit to Antonsen, because Antonsen could have had bro, that is a hard pill to swallow. Right? Losing your spot to Priestman, not Priestman, Sapsford, right?
A
kid from the youth. That's a hard pill to swallow, bro. Right? But you know what? Credit to him.
He seems to enjoy it, man.
He enjoys it because there's no pressure. Banana, there's a whole heap of pressure that's come off his shoulders.
Look how many goals he's already
right?
scored.
And he's scored. And he's found a great role for himself, right? And that's credit to Stadge. And so, mate, we have an excellent balance in the team. We've got someone like Priestman in the middle, but next to him we've got someone like Brillante. right? With all the years of experience.
Yeah.
So there's such a great balance in this team, man. And
it's just not over. I don't want us to think, we're top of the mountain and shit.
No, Malta.
No.
I'm talking about our achievement up to date.
Oh yeah, 100%.
How we got here. That's what I'm talking about. Even if we lose on Saturday night,
Yeah.
no one can take away what Stadge has done this year.
Yeah.
Right? So that's what I'm praising him on at the
I don't think the
moment.
boys are going to leave anything in the tank.
Oh,
on the
they won't,
weekend.
Banana.
Even if it's a loss, I still think the boys will give 110%.
Oh, they will. I have no doubt about that, Banana. But sometimes you leave nothing in the tank, and the football gods don't smile on you that day, right?
100%.
We'll miss 2 penalties. We hit the post. You just don't know. So
Crazy.
I don't have any doubt that the boys won't put in 100%. Right? I know they will. And bro, naturally, a big game like this, every player will put in 100%.
Yeah, but sometimes it happens when it comes to big pressure like this, especially now for us. All eyes are on fucking Wanderers at the moment. Some people, come to a final series like this and kind of shy away. But I have a feeling our boys are gonna be rolled up so hard that it's gonna be big pressure on victory this time around, man.
Yeah, but look, bro. In saying that, victory is no walkover team.
Nah.
Right? They showed us. They showed us in that last fixture. That was it. The second half, the first 20 minutes.
Yeah.
No, we were parked in our half, bro.
Parked in our box.
We were parked in our box. The way they maintained pressure, kept possession. Just it was wave after wave after wave, right?
Wave after wave.
It was bound to happen. So look, Melbourne's going to be tough. Don't get me wrong; it's going to be one of the toughest games we've played this season. But
will be.
mate, I'm confident in our boys, and
Proven enough.
We switched on 90 minutes or more.
Does the fact how we've won our last 2 games give us more confidence? Let's say like being a goal down, coming back and getting wins. Does that count?
Look, like I said, we can see that in the 3rd minute, right? I was not nervous. I was frustrated. We should have had a better start.
Yeah.
But not one point did I say like I used to. Oh, here we go again.
Yeah, we're going to see 2.
Yeah,
3, 4.
here we go again.
Yeah.
Fucking Wanderers, typical Wanderers, right?
Yeah.
So that stereotype that we've been carrying for so many years, which is we bottle it. Oh, we're just fucking not good enough on the day.
Yeah.
Right. I think they've kind of
Starting to
they've
change.
smashed that stereotype, bro.
Yeah.
These last 2
knocked
rounds,
it out of the park.
right? They've knocked it out of the park.
Well,
there
we actually
anymore.
came here last week. It was 4 wins.
Yeah.
We all said win. I'm pretty sure we all said win.
Yeah.
I said 3-2.
I think we all said win. I can't
I said
remember.
The first time
I
that's
said
ever happened
2-1.
in a long time.
And
That we actually won.
what was so satisfying about the game, the win on the weekend, is the game we versus them last at Parramatta was still fresh in my mind. Still when Finn got the red card.
We nearly came back
Who got the red card that game?
Which game?
against Macarthur at home.
Was it
It wasn't Priestman, was it?
No. It was the Rockdale boy.
Temakovsky.
Yeah, Pelikanos got the red card in that game, right?
Pelikanos, yeah.
And I remember we pushed hard and we just couldn't get it. And I sat there after the game and I watched the Macarthur boys fucking celebrating and stuff. And I was fuming that day. So this game it felt a bit more sweeter, bro. It was good. It's like we've made so much ground this last 12 games or since that fixture.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, I could honestly sit here for the next hour and just fucking praise this team, bro.
We'll go into the victory game later, but obviously we're coming off this game now. This game,
Hey, bro, aren't you?
I think tomorrow night.
I can't wait till Saturday, bro.
I'll just see you.
Homer Simpson. But no, obviously, it is, Boz, and I think the last couple of games, the winning has helped because we sat here last potty and I remember, not last potty, a couple of potties ago, and I remember I said the next 2 games, Newcastle and Macarthur, that's going to decide how we go into the finals, how far we go.
I remember you saying
and
that, yeah.
Win-win, and come from behind wins, showing that we can win even when we play rubbish, even when we go behind. Now, granted, Macarthur had nothing to play for, same with Newcastle, but still, that sometimes is better. Less stress.
Would you guys all agree?
Banana skin games.
Yeah.
Would you agree? In the last 5 years, there was no way we would have got 6 points from these last 2 fixtures. We would have at least drawn one of them.
Oh, 100%.
last year.
I reckon we would have drawn
Newcastle.
Not Newcastle.
Macarthur?
Macarthur game.
Yeah.
We always fuck up.
But we would have never won both these games, bro, in
Nah.
previous years. We can all agree on that, yeah, Malta?
Yeah, 100%.
I agree.
I'm glad you're reading comments, Malta.
Yeah, I know.
Hey.
They said stop hitting the desk, the mic stops. I think that's Dennis. Dennis is having a go at you, Boz.
Which Dennis is that?
Shawarma?
Dennis.
Surely shawarma.
Which Dennis?
Dennis.
Oh, Dennis. Fucking Dennis. Like you got nothing better to do than watch RBTV, bro.
He's having a go at you, Boz.
Go fucking
Dennis
put a
is
movie on
off.
Netflix, bro.
He's saying he's calling you an amateur. That's what Dennis is saying.
Fucking, yeah.
But no, all right, let's go into the game. Obviously, we're coming off 3-1 win. Macarthur, first thing first, like you boys touched on, the crowd. Their best crowd ever, 9,000. I'm going to say easy 6,000's us. Yeah, they did show up a little bit, but 6,000's us. The whole pretty much
more
bay,
than that, Malta.
I couldn't see behind. There was even flags on the other side of the field, like our flags.
Bro, it was an old fashioned. It gave me the old fashioned MPL away vibes, bro. It really did.
Yeah.
It really did. Everyone standing in the corner. It was really fucking. Bro, what a scene, bro.
It was good. There was no real surprises, I think, regarding the lineup.
No.
Nothing really. I think the only surprise was Laws coming on at halftime. Bonitic. There was rumours going into the game that Bonitic had a bit of a knock. Couldn't have been too.
That's what the commentator said. He just come off a little bit of a knock, just precautious.
I didn't know the whole came on.
Game was fucking.
Yeah. So like it was, that and obviously to play is a sign. But like you said, Boz, we're
Oh, my back.
this is the only little concern I have going into this game.
Here we go.
This
Mr.
first
Negative.
goal. No. This first goal. Like Thomas, obviously, every time he stuffs up, he makes up for it. Later on, he did.
Yeah.
Was it the way? It was how easy they got through?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy got through, and I think I can understand why Thomas came out. Thank God he didn't bring the player down.
Yeah.
But he didn't really need to come out like that, caught in no man's land.
They did have two players, but still, you look like Panther and honestly coming back, but
Yeah.
I think that would have got back in time, but
It's all right.
Yeah, but look,
mistake.
he tried to close it down, make the goal smaller.
My only
outsmarted him.
the only thing I'm going to be critical about that goal is we can't afford to start a game like that from here onwards.
We can't afford to start on the
can't.
back foot in these finals.
We
Finals, you can't.
We can't, bro. You know, fucking going down 1-0 in the 5th minute or whatever it was in a finals game.
Yeah.
That might be a hard
vibe.
task to dig ourselves out of, bro. Because then all of a sudden what happens is, Malta, you start pushing. And when you start pushing, you start taking risks. Before you know it, it becomes 2-0, bro.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because you had to take unnecessary risk early on in the game.
And the thing that I'm like, this first goal leading into the victory game, Victory have it in them to play like they did in this first goal here, where Azani or whoever you want to say, Mashak, comes through the middle, their number 9 guys does that run and they find him the ball. But yeah, it is like, this is for me, this first goal is the backline and Thomas. Now, like I said, Thomas is absolutely great. I don't think we can afford a Thomas / backline stuff up going into the finals. Like we saw it against Auckland, we saw it against now Wellington, possibly came out, but it just
You're saying we can't afford those fucking.
we can't afford. We can't gift them goals.
Yeah.
Not the caliber of the teams in the finals.
Yeah.
We can't, bro. You're giving them gifts.
Like I'd rather have a team work for their goal and say, you know what, praise them because they got a good goal out of our, creating struggle, like making them hard.
Yeah, well deserved. They earned it.
Rather than just going the waltz in untouched or like having a mistake like that.
Yeah.
I'll give credit where credit is due, but ultimately Thomas is one of the most professional keepers that A-League's probably ever seen.
He's up there.
Took it on the chin.
Didn't bring the player down. That was
and
big.
That was good of him. Made some fantastic saves.
Is it really
later
his mistake? Wasn't
later
Thomas'
in the
mistake?
game.
Bit of both, I reckon.
So, yeah.
Thomas didn't lose the ball.
Is
No, he
Deg-
didn't,
yeah,
but
is,
Thomas came out.
Is Degs watching?
He hasn't commented.
No. Fuck you, Degs.
Tell us what you're into.
But yeah, so obviously, but that, like you said, from here, this was early on, and they did dominate. I'm going to say the word dominate us for 15 minutes. I can't remember who I turned to, and I said, far out, they've been all over us. I'm like you, Boz, that I didn't feel. I never crossed my mind, oh, fuck, we're going to lose this game. What crossed my mind that this is like, fuck, I'm going to have to pay for victory away, like more money. But we showed, like, this, our
Malta, if we drew, would Victory have jumped us?
No, because they drew. But I think if we drew, Victory would see the game out against Newcastle.
So if we drew and they won, this game would have been in Melbourne.
Yeah. That's what crossed my mind. I'm like,
Big stakes,
fuck.
bro. Big stakes.
Yeah. But credit to the boys. Look, and then they fought back from this. They started to take control of the game.
Yeah.
This goal was coming a bit. Very smart goal, to be fair. Quick taken free kick. Yeah.
It was actually funny because when they were showing the replay of the foul, because of how quick the free kick was taken, they almost missed the goal.
Oh, Paramount.
Like if you actually watch the Paramount coverage again, like they just got it in time.
I know Macarthur, the players were whinging, but you can clip. The cameraman was panned onto the referee. You can see the referee just see it.
100%.
Play on.
Yeah.
So they need fucking stoppage there, have a breather, get everyone reset.
And
quick ball play, mate.
And exactly, and this is the mentality, like that they didn't less on the laurels. Oh, okay, let's go long, put it in, try to get an equaliser. They're on their toes straight away. Their brain's ticking, and that's something that comes from the coaching staff. Like always, look for opportunities. Milanovic smart enough to play the ball for Sapsford. Sapsford smart enough to make the run. Great ball across. Kraev did what he did with that defender, and it was good. It's a quick 13-minute reply.
And it's good. There's no need to be thinking too much when you get the ball. As soon as you get the ball, you should already know what he's doing.
They
already know what they're doing.
Has Kraev been a successful signing this season?
Yeah.
Since the remark fridge came up, yes.
Since the fridge.
It's a French law.
He's been running, brother. You've plugged him in since then. He's been running all along.
Fucking be more critical, man.
He's the new Neo of the Matrix.
This guy was terrible up until that episode, bro. Fuck,
he was.
We blasted him, and then he turned into fucking.
Yeah,
it's all right.
Yeah, but all right, Michael, I'll read that. But yellow as shit. But yeah, based on how he's finished, success. The way I can say, I don't want anyone to take his position.
Yeah.
And for me, that's a success. He's nailed it down, and
he could definitely cement that your critique of him if he has big games from here onwards as well. Obviously, that will play a big part.
He's barely missed a game.
Bro.
I think he's played every game,
and he comes off very, very late.
Bro, he's in good shape, isn't he?
Yeah,
for a big guy,
well-oiled machine.
For a big guy, usually they have some soft tissue injuries along the way, because they're very heavy. But credit to him, bro.
Killing it, bro.
Stayed healthy.
Michael, let's read this. How awesome was the Western Sydney crowd in the north side and eastern side and the RBB crowd? I was singing and chanting all night.
Michael, how awesome are you, bro? How awesome are you?
He's a
Champion
legend.
bloke.
Did he run into Malta at Newcastle by any chance?
Yeah, I saw him at Newcastle. I did at Newcastle.
Malta beat
Didn't see him at Macarthur, but
You didn't?
No, I didn't see him at Macarthur,
Michael, make sure you see us on Saturday. Come say hi to Malta.
You see Malta?
I'll be there, Michael.
He's going to share a drink from me.
Share your drink, and we want a photo on our RBTV page of both of you.
I'll take a photo with you, Michael.
All right.
Yeah. So obviously going into the break, 1-0. Now leading into the game, I was like Sawyer, Uscock. They're very physical. I said Panther needs to have a great game. Okay, they're dangerous from set pieces. Blah 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 blah. Then Panther goes and does this. Is that not ironic? They don't score from any sort of set pieces, and Panther, the legend, does this.
Does that. Mate. Sensational.
What is about that celebration? Where did that come from?
Doesn't know, man. Not even he knows, bro.
They're probably saying,
I actually,
don't doubt me, bro.
I actually messaged Panther about that.
Did he reply to you?
He replied back to me.
What a sick cunt.
And I think, I forgot what he said to me, but basically along the lines of, just the way I celebrate games.
Fuck off, George. Leave me alone. Leave me alone, George.
I'm not even Greek.
I'm Turkish.
Fuck the Tigers.
What was he saying?
No, just the way he celebrates you, like how he acts on the field, like when he celebrates after like a tackle or defensive play, like he sort of, people were sort of saying he goes over the top.
Over the top? I love it, brother. We love it. Keep doing it.
When he done that slide tackle and he G'd the crowd up.
Which fucking soft cock is that, bro? Who's saying that, bro? Who's saying that stuff?
Over the top, come on.
Over the top, brother. That person probably gets offended by the win too.
On the topic of Panther, I think, guys, let's raise our glasses. Members Player of the Year.
Shake your asses, come on.
Well deserved. He was our players player. Milanovic, no, he was supporters of the year.
Supporters of the year.
Milanovic was players player. I voted,
Who'd you do all that?
Email. I didn't know who was voting for the women, so I just did anyone. But yeah, then Milanovic was Players' Player of the Season plus our top goal scorer. So yeah, I can't
What
really.
Barilla get?
I can't remember.
Speedy Gonzalez.
Something award.
Something award. Yeah, that's a good award.
Something good.
But look, like and I said it, and for me, like the first time that we played Macarthur, I thought Panther. I thought Sawyer kind of borderline dominated Panther, and I think in this game he got his redemption, and Panther's really stepped up on physical opponents. He has he has owned every physical opponent that he's come across. Panther has, and
I reckon he sets himself a challenge.
he does, bro. And that's what I said last
Must
Friday.
be.
You just have to tell Panther, give him a mission, he will do it. I'm telling that's the type of player. he is.
Would you guys agree that Panther this year was what what's his name that went over to Scotland last year?
Kancha.
Jancho.
No, centre mid.
Neuenhoff.
Neuenhoff, right? In terms of a player that we didn't expect to hold such an important role.
Yeah.
Last year we like we always said, we never even mentioned Neuenhoff in the preseason.
When he first signed.
No one spoke about it.
I don't think we spent 5 minutes on him.
That's right. And so would you say Panther is this year's Neuenhoff?
Yeah,
in terms
you
of
could say
no
that.
one seen him coming?
Don't forget, last season and the season before, when the Wanderers were playing home games, away games, he was in our bay.
Well,
He was in our bay with us, bro, Chandler.
Yeah, wow.
90 minutes.
Wow,
that.
bro.
Don't forget about that. So look, from
When shit
there
happened
to
with the
now,
Cops, he was there too.
yeah, he was there too. But I'm saying, look at the difference now. Look, now he's leading the back line.
Yeah,
But you know what's funny? At the end when he comes signing the or whatever after the game, he actually went into the dressing room and came back by himself. And a couple of us were giving him shit, saying, "Oh, look at me! I think I'm famous. Oh, I'm a goal scorer now. Oh, this shit!" And he was there just laughing, taking the piss. He's still so down to earth, eh?
Yeah, bro.
Like fuck, man. Honestly, like yeah.
Well,
He's future captain,
boy.
brother.
Yeah, future captain, if he stays, my message to him is don't make the mistake of running overseas now.
Don't
rush.
run yet. Don't rush.
It's
Don't
never
rush.
having one good season here and running off there has not worked, bro. Has not
Chancha.
worked, all right?
2 or 3.
Chancha, look, at least 2, bro.
Shout out Aussie.
At least 2. Get another good season under your belt and, obviously raise the interest of bigger clubs than what's probably looking at you now.
Read that one out, Malta.
Yeah, Panther was also the NPL Victoria Player of the Season in 2022.
Yeah,
Oakley, yeah.
Was he? Who did he play for in Melbourne? South Melbourne?
No,
was it?
Oakley wasn't?
Avondale.
Avondale, yeah.
Avondale, yeah.
They
I remember when we signed him from Adelaide. Not from Adelaide, from Melbourne. Sorry, apologise for that. I remember I said, "Fuck, we actually found a decent player from the NPL in Victoria, and we finally got him." So I actually thought when we signed, I thought he was older. I thought he was like in his 20s already. And then come to find out he's only young. He was only young. He barely got a start with us.
19, 20.
Someone dropped the comment on Twitter saying we still call him Daddy at Avondale.
You know what's funny? When we do the anti-Melbourne chants, like after every other chant, he's going nuts. We do the Melbourne chants. He goes quiet. And then he joins in, but very quietly. It's like he's like, I know I shouldn't,
holding
but
on
I
his
will.
ties, you little bugger.
Well, he doesn't want to burn the bridge, bro. He doesn't want to burn the
I
bridge.
think after this weekend, he has to.
It's got to be done.
It's got to be done, bro.
Now that we've mentioned it, everyone's going to be fucking watching him to say it, bro.
Hey. He's going to have to Kappa. He's the Kappa. They give him
the mega,
Give him
bro.
the mega.
Give him the
Shout
mega.
out to Dan. I think first time.
Dan the man.
Yeah, first time I think ever. Let's go, boys from Queensland supporters. Comedy
Well.
Wanderers. Let's go from Bris Vegas.
Bris Vegas.
Wow.
Make the trip down. Put something in the poker machine and run your
Win
luck.
some money, bro.
Win some money.
Chick a
Shout
thing
out
there.
to.
all.
So he's a Wanderers fan in Brisbane, is he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he said, come on, you
Wow.
Wanderers.
Good on you, man.
Yeah, maybe the
Excellent.
grand final
Excellent.
when we went up there.
Excellent.
Yeah, so obviously the game, we're 2-1. Anderson comes on and pretty much with his first touch.
Literally his first touch,
yeah,
bro.
he does this. Now, look, the defender does stuff up, but credit to Anderson.
He capitalised on it.
Look
Yeah,
at him. Look at him
Capitalise
he
on
wanted it more.
Look
Like
at him
steam
go.
train.
Look at him go.
Because even after the
pitbull.
Malta, even after the mistake, it was pretty much still a 50-50 ball.
Yeah,
Nearly
right,
nearly
so-
done his knees there on the knee slide.
Slide. It was a good slide, and then he kind
slide
of
and
staggered.
Good on him, man. And you know what? The way he celebrated as well just shows how invested he is in this team, bro.
And look, I've been highly critical of it.
all
I
have.
said I want
We
him
all
out.
have,
Oh,
I
fucking
hated him.
oath we have, bro.
We've slaughtered him on the
Yeah.
show, bro.
And
I
rightly
was
so.
one who wanted him the most, and then next minute, get him out.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
want to
bro.
see him, banish him.
Yeah, we did.
But like
Eat
you
our
said,
pie, brother.
this substitute role has worked for him. And Mate, and that he might be crucial coming this finals. If we're late and we're chasing a goal or it goes to extra time, you're going to need players like Anderson, Sapsford.
You'll be calling for him to come on.
Yeah.
Get back to George's question. Our George. No, I mean, I always fucking say George. I always think his last name Kev.
Kev.
He said to us, "Would you resign him?"
Ooh. You know what? How I would resign him, Banana?
So what you spoke about before, yeah.
No, I'd offer him $500K a year.
Fuck, even that's a lot, bro. That's a lot of money, bro.
That's more than matter.
It's fine, bro. $500K a year, right? Half of what he's getting now.
I don't think he's getting $1 million. He's getting $1 million.
Well, how much
The salary cap, I couldn't tell you how much.
Isn't he on?
I don't reckon.
Maybe it was
I reckon 5.
Seasons.
Yeah,
Okay,
maybe
sorry,
that.
my apologies.
Maybe
$1 million over the 500.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I'll offer him
okay.
half of that, $250.
Yeah,
Offer him less, bro.
You offering him?
you can't go less than 300, bro.
Go 300
300?
300.
Yeah.
That sounds a lot
for
too.
an extra season.
Boys, just remember the salary cap in 2 seasons is $3 million.
So it's gone up. Is it?
It's gone down.
It's going down.
It's gone down.
What a reverse league. Instead of going up, we're going down.
Wow.
How stupid's that?
I know.
And what is it at the moment, Mark?
Pathetic.
2.5, but there's heaps of exemptions. So when it goes to 3, there's no exemptions except for one.
There's only
marquee.
one international
So right now we
player.
got scholarships and stuff like that the clubs use advantage of.
Is the Australian marquee still going to be there?
I don't even think they exist anymore.
But that's stupid. Like, I don't know. What you say, the scholarships
Loyalty,
that
all
they
that
take.
shit.
That's stupid one. This loyalty bullshit. Oh, he's been here for this
like
many
it.
years. Nah, it's bullshit, bro.
I like it, bro.
That's a bullshit, bro.
I like it, man.
Give the youngsters that give him this loyalty bullshit, bro. If you can afford it, you can afford him. You can't, you can't.
But you know what our club did well? We used the scholarships really well.
But yeah, use the scholarship ones real well.
It's like a trial. A
But you're
scholarship's a trial
but-
contract.
Whatever, as long as you get game time, you could find the gem.
No, from the perspective of any club.
But you're saying they're going to get rid of that now? Aren't
yeah,
they?
yeah. Everything's hard cap.
How dumb is that?
Money, bro. Money. Clubs are overspending. Yeah.
Well, can I say something?
So how is Australia meant to find the next?
Can I say something?
Find the
I
player?
don't.
Go.
I don't believe in the salary cap that it's working, right? Because I'll give you 2 examples. Again, I'll go back to the Mariners 6-0 win against Melbourne City, right? I reckon Melbourne City's team would have been times 3 or 4 what Central Coast's budget was for that season.
Yeah.
And then you've got Sydney FC this season, who's gone Douglas Costa, who's got the Polish striker, right? Who's got the French Awa or something in the middle, and who's got the Brazilian Sara.
Yeah.
So they've heavily invested this year and couldn't even make the top 8. So you can't tell me the fucking salary cap's working, bro. Right? So I would put a cap on it, but I'm not gonna punish the bigger clubs.
I don't know, like
You know what the thinking is?
Malta. What club from the A-League with this salary cap? Everyone's restricted to the salary cap. What club comes out in a plus? Are there any clubs that come out?
Probably Melbourne
Central
Plus?
Coast. Central Coast would.
Oh,
Because they
Apart from-
sold.
yeah, 'cause they-
Macarthur, January.
I don't think Central Coast will come out in the plus.
They got financial issues, but selling players.
The president came out 2 seasons ago. Last
Sean.
season was asking for
Grants.
No, the owner was asking for grants from members and stuff. Well, no, not grants.
like
He was
a
asking.
GoFundMe.
Maybe they didn't sell
He was
players.
begging. He was begging fans to come to the game.
Yeah, yeah.
Do like
I remember.
GoFundMe page.
There was talk of
They'll
them
do
moving.
it, bro.
Yeah.
And he explained. He was very honest in that
Yeah.
statement about how they're having
But
financial.
your
thing.
question, I think that's what the A-League wants. I think that's what football, the APL wants. They're saying, okay, if we do a hard cap, 3 mil, then the teams will be forced, clubs will be forced to play youngsters. If they sell one youngster every season, 400,000, 500, that's
they're
it.
getting rid of the scholarships. Is that that's your
Yeah.
youngsters?
Yep.
But they're getting rid of it. So how? Like,
Because they're going to have to play youngsters because they can't afford senior players. So we're not going to see the effects of this for 5 seasons. I don't 100% agree with it, but I can see where they're coming from. That
things could
we
change.
need to
They
do it.
could
yeah.
die. Who knows?
But fuck it, forget it. We're here to talk
Anyway,
about
we're
us.
here about Wanderers. We're in that fucking
Dan
finals.
commented again. Quite a few Queensland supporters we met at the Australian Cup games. Oh yeah, we were there, and that's the bus ride.
Oh, the bus
and,
ride. God.
And then at Suncorp game, supported from day one, Bundy boy as
Can
well.
you?
Yeah, the Bundy boy.
Can I ask a question, Malta,
Yo.
to Sam? Sam.
Dan?
Dan.
Dan, yeah, Dan.
All right, Dan. Quick
Dan
question, mate. What made you? What made you obviously support the Wanderers from another state? right? When there is a Brisbane team, right? And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it. I find it really, really. And I remember when we were watching the Australia Cup games and the A-League games at Suncorp, I raised a question. I said, how come there were so many Wanderers fans there, right? Because I didn't know many travelled, but there was quite a decent number there. And I think we brought up that there must be Wanderers fans in Queensland, right? So I'm very interested that how they came along to supporting the Wanderers.
Probably originally from here, and
is that the case? Can we ask Danny if he was originally from West Sydney and moved to Queensland? Is that the case, or he just loved what was happening with the Wanderers when it first came into the league?
You see, Malta, that's how you engage. How you engage, mate?
No, I'm
saying good job. Like I'm saying, well done. Yeah,
I'm genuinely interested because he's saying there's a few of us.
I'm about to say, Dan, you don't have to donate to answer this question. You can just write in the comments.
I'm genuinely interested because Malta, he did say that there was a few of us.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So are they all people that moved up there originally from West Sydney, or just loved what the club represented? Maybe.
Yeah. If I see him comment, I'll answer it for you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Probably going for a bet.
Bro, how do you get that?
Okay.
He hasn't replied yet.
He hasn't.
That's why we're writing an essay now.
Yeah. No, I'm not Dan. We have Malta's Dan. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know where to go from me. Oh no, on the game. Laws. Josh Laws.
Yeah, it was good. He was solid.
Came on at halftime. Did well.
Yeah, did well. I don't know how much he's going to play a part in the finals.
We don't know. I said last week we don't know what the plans are for next year. He could be saving. He could have told him, listen, you won't get much game time. Let's be honest. This time around, we've got the young fellas fucking pulling their weight. Next year could be a chance. That's why I was surprised to see him even get on the field. So I'm thinking, who knows? We could see him next year. He could play a big part next year for us. You don't know what's happening contract-wise with the boys at the back because they're shining.
Panther bonnet.
See what happens.
A quick question: do you think that's the end of the? Because I can't remember the last time I was seeing him, but the Marconi boy,
Temakovsky.
Do you think that's the end of Temakovsky?
Fuck, I don't know. Bro.
I think you will no longer be with us.
Okay, back to him.
I hope not, bro.
I want to break the other one.
Yeah. I hope not. I hope they can do some kind of like deal. Like and say, all right, you can stay. We want to keep you.
Stay with that NPL squad.
Let's loan you out to Marconi or something. Let's loan you out back out there. Surely we can do something like that.
Why not have him in the
It's going to be
NPL?
such a big loss.
If we need you throughout the season,
Why not have him in our NPL
yeah.
squad?
Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're playing Australia Cup soon, the games.
Yeah.
So he'll be
How
good
about
to see him.
who's the other one, Malta?
How you say that?
Pelicanos.
Yeah. Pelicanos?
So, yeah, we've got...
transfer news.
Yeah, very, very good intel that Pelicanos is gone.
End of the season.
Overseas offer.
Indonesia or Malaysia?
Malaysia. Yeah, credit to him. Honestly, I got no issues with that. He every time he's come on, he's done a job. He's obviously got some decent contract offer, possibly more game time. I don't know. But
Man,
again, that's an NPL success.
That's NPL success, and you cannot be critical of someone who's trying to make the most money he can in his professional career, right? Especially from NPL to here.
Yep.
Like, you got to understand, guys, these players, right? I've seen it firsthand. They've put there's no plan B in their careers.
Yeah.
They've put all their eggs in the one basket, bro. So football's everything that they have. You got 10 years as a professional, right? And you just got to try to make as much money as you can so you're comfortable post-retirement. So, I can't slam players for going and trying to earn a buck somewhere else, especially an NPL player. So, you know what?
And it's not like he's like Panther getting game time.
That's right.
He's not a starting
That's
11
right.
yet.
That's
So
right.
if he was starting 11, different story. We'll say stick here, it's better, blah, blah, blah for your career. But for him, he's obviously,
Have we discussed Milanovic leaving as well?
Yeah, he's leaving, but we're still no one's 100% sure where he's going.
They've quiet down. It's
going on quiet, but
and stuff.
I think I didn't talk about it on the show, but I will mention it. A couple games ago, I was in the Ambassador Lounge area there, and I seen a man, right? He was very well dressed, and that didn't look like he belonged. He looked definitely like an agent, right? He was wearing he had a $80,000 watch.
You're right.
All right. He had a Patek on, And that caught my attention. And then what happened was he was very well dressed, had 2 phones. So obviously straight away from that, you think he's an agent or maybe
wife.
Yep. And then to my surprise, he was standing behind me, and guess who approached him? Milanovic's old man.
I was going to say George.
So Milanovic's old man, then they proceeded to have a conversation behind us. And
did they greet each other like they knew each other?
Yes, they did.
Okay.
Right. So it obviously looked like there was maybe a pre-conversation prior to the game that they agreed to meet there, because they had a lengthy conversation for 15, 20 minutes. Now, I shouldn't be saying this to my chance, right? And I shouldn't have done it. But that guy then walks around, so there's no one sitting in front of me. He sits smack bang right in front of me.
Little did he know.
And I know I shouldn't have done it, but I had a peek over at his phone, and he wrote in one of the messages, just had a chat with Milanovic's father. Can we get him over to, do you have anyone in MLS? Right, that was a conversation then, and whoever he was talking to replied back to him, yes, we've got a few contacts there. Now, it went back and forth. He was messaging a few people, but what I gathered from the conversation he had with Milanovic's father is this is his final season. Yeah. We are looking for a club overseas. Yeah. So I think that was, what game was that?
Information.
That was probably 4 or 5 rounds ago. So I think they pretty much...
that was a while back then.
Yeah. This happened 4 or 5 weeks ago. So I think they already planned from back then that they're going to go overseas to maybe test themselves out in another league.
And I'm not that disappointed. I don't even think it's going, like stories like this, I don't think it's going to derail the team with him, because Milanovic has not. He hasn't hit it.
It's been pretty.
He hasn't hit it.
Yeah, like they've even fucking spoken to him.
Yeah, well, he was almost going to Zagreb. Was he?
Beginning of the
season, very close. And then
Aberdeen apparently now MLS.
But he's off contract end of the year.
No, I don't think he is.
He's not?
No, he's not. He's not. We get transfer fee.
Okay, so there will be a transfer fee if he does leave.
Yep.
Now, don't get me wrong, guys. Maybe they want to test what's out there and say, you know what, fuck it, we might stay. Right, this is not me saying he's going overseas. What I'm saying is maybe they're having discussions, or maybe managers are approaching them, because obviously when a player is performing really well, everyone wants to represent that player, so they get a cut from any deal, any potential deal. Commission. So maybe a few agents have approached them and they've just had conversations, right? And you know what? Maybe Milanovic at the end of the season might want to run it back. We don't know.
Oh, he answered.
Listen.
Dan answered. Sorry.
Oh, yep.
Dan answered.
Fuck, that was exciting.
I thought it was one of those spam messages. Yeah. He goes, collapse of the corrupted Gold Coast United, and the Wanderers was his new team. Grown into the ultimate love since day one, wearing a WS tat in Queensland to rep the team. Work with a bloke who also supports Western Sydney. So
nice. That's a cracker story, bro.
There you go.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah. So we've got OG. He's OG,
bro. We've got
one.
Isn't it amazing? We've got fans like this interstate, bro.
Next time when we go to Brisbane, be sure to introduce yourself.
Fuck, that's cracker, bro.
Hi, I'm Dan.
Can't miss our heads,
bro. Like, he's got a Wanderers tattoo in Queensland.
Ballsy,
he's never been from here.
No, credit to him.
Well, Dan, listen, bro. If you ever do come down for a game, hit us up and we'll grab your beer. I think
he's a pilot. Or
be careful with Malta, because you say I'm Dan, he'll forget. Who's Dan?
I'll think other Dan. Honestly, tell him Dan Aviation from RBTV.
Dan, if you ever come down, mate, let us know and we'll have a beer. We'll have a beer together.
Will be me.
This is like. But speaking about Milanovic, right? Yeah. The rumor that came out, they broke it, is that Yunus is returning.
Ooh.
Hey, listen, if we lose Milanovic, Yunus comes in. It's a win-win.
Who's returning?
Yunus.
Your boy.
Your brother.
Your brother.
Your dad.
Georgie, what's your thoughts on that?
My world is complete. The son that I never had.
Sorry?
It's come back. It's come back home.
We're not sure yet. Hang on. We know the loan deal's done.
Shut up, Ahmed.
I don't know. That's probably I don't know. How many appearances? He didn't have that many appearances, man. Like 16?
16 or something. Was it 8 goals and assists all up?
That's pretty decent,
I think. I could be wrong with that, 8 or 6. So it's not a bad return, 1 in every 2 games. If we're losing Milanovic, slack for Hammond, but bloody hell, you'll think Yunus is a good replacement.
He's a good replacement.
And Yunus has even more growth and potential
high
to
ceiling.
get better, and
Yep.
his ceiling's
Yunus
a lot
only,
more
no,
higher
is it,
than-
did I say that right? 19 years old?
Who's that?
Yunus.
He would be 19,
Yeah,
yeah.
19.
Can I ask you a question, boys?
Wow.
Is there any player in the squad right now that's irreplaceable?
Yeah, Panther. For me, Panther.
Yep.
Probably Bonatig.
Controversial.
Yep.
Controversial. I know people are going to call me a hypocrite. Borello.
Ooh. So you're saying Borello cannot be replaced?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Just because of his work rate, and what he brings to the.
How about,
the team.
okay, so Krajev
And
and
Thomas.
Milanovic. How about Krajev and Milanovic?
Milanovic is gone. Like,
Milanovic.
regardless, I don't consider him because he's gone. So we have
let's
to
say,
figure.
let's say no rumors are out. We don't know nothing.
Look, you can't replace Milanovic's goals this season. I don't think whether it's Yunus or Segicic, I don't think they're going to get Milanovic's
so
goals.
Segicic, you guys have spoken about on the show?
Last week.
Rumors.
Rumors, nothing.
We confirmed that the club is speaking.
It was a
the club
sneaky-
has spoke. That's
Yeah,
it.
it was a sneaky little,
Yeah.
intel.
Yeah. But I haven't heard nothing. Like, I'm being honest. Like, swear to God, I've heard nothing of it.
Fuck, I just
Nothing.
hope that doesn't derail any negotiations.
No. Well, everyone.
Bro, every club will be speaking to the bloke.
Right, everyone was talking about it.
Sorry, boss.
We held off on it.
He's the one that I really want, bro. Segicic.
I answered this because everyone criticised because they said Segicic replaced Milanovic. If you had to choose to replace Milanovic, Segicic or Yunus, who would you choose?
I'm taking Yunus, bro.
Take a Yunus, bro.
I want to see our product, bro.
Yunus is the heart and soul of what the academy
Okay.
can do.
I understand the
Okay,
second.
Malta, if Segicic was out of our youth system,
Yeah.
right, and was available from his club that he's gone overseas, I'd pick him solely because he was part of our product.
I think it was in under 15s.
Yeah,
I could be wrong.
Who's Segicic?
No, he wasn't. He was
he
with
wasn't?
them.
Okay.
He was with them.
He was always with them.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying Yunus strictly on footballing reasonings.
Yep.
But solely on the fact that he is a youth product. But in terms of productivity,
Yeah.
I can't say Yunus will be more productive to us
get more
than
goals than
Segicic.
Segicic.
I can't say that. Right,
Yeah, fair
but it
shout.
will be a good story that, you know, if Yunus does return and he's successful here, we can say he's one of our own, you know?
Yeah.
Nah, for me, it's
Absolutely.
Yunus all the way, bro.
And I think
I don't-
with what
I don't
Stadge
even-
has been able to do this season with the youth,
Ahmed.
I don't see that being an issue.
No, Ahmed, controversial comment. Sorry, Josh, finish off your thing.
No, that's all I'm gonna
Okay.
say.
Ahmed, if you wrote this 6 months ago, I would say 100%. So he goes, is it me? He hasn't donated, but I'm just going to read it.
No, don't read it.
Is it me?
Ahmed player?
Ahmed plays, yeah. Yeah. He's come up a couple of times and stuff. Oh, to answer your question, if you got seats on the above the RBB, no, you won't be able to get to the RBB because of wristbands.
Risty.
If you're at the pub, come and see me, and I'll tell you away. But yeah, he goes, is it me? First thing first, I'll read John's comment because he actually donated.
He messaged. Must be.
Is Yunus ready? 4 goals, 4 assists in 20 games in reserve league. Let's not overhype him like we've done in the past. He's not an automatic starter. Ooh.
I'm not saying automatic starter. I'm just saying,
For me, he is if Milanovic leaves.
Well, we
So
before
8 assists in 20 games. Oh, sorry, 8 goals and assists in 20 games.
Listen, before he went,
It's not bad.
Listen, before he went overseas, before we even knew he was going, we were all looking forward to see
Brown Bear.
things stepped out. What's his name? Rudin. Rudin was stepping out.
Yeah.
And we all got excited. Oh,
Yunus gonna get
now
game
we're
time.
going to get to see Yunus. Now he's going to get game time. And off he goes to fucking PSV.
Yeah.
So now I get a chance. He's gone overseas. He's got a bit of a taste of it, bro. Can see that it
And-
probably wasn't that easy. He made it look easy to begin with.
Yeah.
But then I guess he hit a fucking
And I
bit
think-
of a rough patch.
Well, I think the reserve leagues in Holland plays in second, third divisions against
division.
men.
That's correct,
So
yeah.
it's not like NPL is like versing other people. He's actually versing versing men. So yeah, for me, he starts. He starts. Slack to Hammond. I know. Like, I'll really hope for the best of Hammond. But yeah, getting back to Ahmed, is it me or is Priestman underwhelming in our team? I feel like he's a liability and could easily replace. No offense, but just my opinion.
You could be right.
Last season, I was very critical about Priestman. I thought he's the average 5-6 out of 10 game.
Does the job.
But he stepped up massively with Brillante, this team. So, look, he's not Neuenhoff standards, but he's
Can I ask you a question?
Very, very underrated.
Would you have preferred Priestman or Bacchus?
Our backers that left.
Bacchus.
The youngest one,
Ooh,
Bacchus.
shit.
I'd say our back.
Because Bacchus pulled that. He that last season, he fucking he gave it his all, bro.
I would say
Bacchus.
our Bacchus.
Bacchus. I'm not upset with Priestman whatsoever.
Because he's still.
I'm just trying to understand where do you rate him? How far? Because I rated Bacchus really highly, especially that last season.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to determine. All right, well, you're saying he's done a great job this year, but where do you hold him in terms of?
I think individually Bacchus, but I think the partnership with Brillante, I don't know. It's hard to say because for whatever reason this season, Priestman and Brillante's partnership is mate. It reminds me of La Rocca and Polyak. Like weirdly it does, and that's a hard, just a connection. But as an individual player, Bacchus.
I think
this is mongrel.
You know what I really like about that combination of Brillante and Priestman, right? Is I think Brillante had come to a stage early on this season or just before he came here. I would have thought I was. I'm just trying to choose my words carefully. Malta.
Who, Brillante?
Brillante
He was still a bit young, wasn't he?
How old was he at the end of last season?
He surprised me. Someone posted how old Brillante is. It surprised me because I think he's like a late 30s, but he's not. I
wouldn't say late 30s.
33.
Yeah, it's weird, boss.
He just looks old.
Yeah.
No. I'll get his age up, right? So he's 32 years old.
Yeah.
There you go.
Right? So he's at the back end of his career.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. He's not a goalkeeper. He's not going to play till 37,
40
38,
or whatever.
Right?
Yeah.
So I think at the end of last season and the disappointment of last season, I felt like he wasn't in a happy place with Rudin. All right? And I just feel like maybe he would have started thinking about post career, what that looks like for him, and what he can do after his football career. But what I think Priestman has done to Brillante is made him enjoy football a bit more, bit of youthfulness. Because Banana, let's say you're an old guy, right?
I am old.
Okay, but now let me say this, right? You're in a men's team with the median age of 36, right? And then you go to a new club. All right, I'm talking park soccer level, and you jump in a team of a median age of 24. All of a sudden, you're not going to feel so old anymore because what happens is the youthfulness it brushes off on you, and it starts
Start running a bit more.
Running a bit more. You're a bit more motivated. You're much more happier.
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
So I think that's brushed off on him, and I think his experience has brushed off on Priestman. So I think they've really helped each other develop. I really think having young players next to Brillante has made him enjoy football again.
Backline.
Because you could just tell from his body language, he's enjoying himself.
Oh, good point. Do you think having, like you look at last season's squad with Brillante, yeah? Behind him he had Marcelo, Machella. Now he's got Panta, Bonatic.
Yeah.
That's young. Beside him, Priestman. He's surrounded by young guys.
That's what I'm trying to say. Now,
the old line in there.
He's got all these youngsters that have so much energy, right? Right, and we're just talking about Panther celebration after a tackle, right? Yeah, screaming and stuff. Now, I reckon that youthfulness has brushed off on him, and he really looks like he's enjoying his football again.
What I think comes down to it, possibly, and sorry, but I'm just saying, like, I think it comes down to is simplifying to enjoy football again.
Yeah,
and I think that's kind of rubbed off on this team more so than what we've seen maybe in the last. Probably the last couple of seasons. Yeah, we made finals a couple of years ago, but like you said before, like it was just that relief of getting there and then just going, okay, whatever happens. Whereas this season, everyone's enjoying themselves. Yeah, like they're just enjoying the fact that they're being in a team environment and they're enjoying each other's company.
George, I was thinking about this on the way here, right? You don't go on a 12 game unbeaten run if you're not in a happy place, right? As a team, and individually, right? If a player's not in a happy place, and you've got a few unhappy players in the team, you don't go on a 12 game winning streak, right? So 12 game unbeaten streak. Now, then I said, what's kind of initiated or what's caused this run here? And the only thing I can come up is this, right? And this is a great example for me and for any coaches out there or aspiring coaches, right? You don't need to be a loud old school, G up coach to get the best out of your team. Sometimes being calm, right? Sometimes just creating a happy atmosphere without all the yelling, without all the barking, without all the fucking motivational videos about the West, right? And I'm not taking a swipe here at Rudin, right? But Rudin's methods
over the top
were not over the top, but was very old school. Was very NSL days.
Wears off.
And that wears off. That he would have got the most out of a fucking Sydney Olympic in 1999 or early 2000s, right? Because they're old school mentality. They're raised with that passion, right?
Whereas the younger
now
they're coming through
with the new generation, banana, right? They don't want to hear all that, bro. They don't want to hear all the you got to do this for the West and you. Bro, they just want to be happy. These guys...
Malta loves that.
Right.
I love it.
I fucking love it. Like, look,
did you do?
I was watching a video of Yamal just the other day, right? He's walking into the stadium with a boombox in his hand and listening to music.
You're out.
I would...
Now,
I don't... Changed.
What I'm trying to say is, right, the manager there could have easily said...
Yeah.
Not having that, right? Not having no boombox, not having this, not having that. A serious approach. Yeah. But he's allowing it because he knows the youth this day and age works different to what it was 20 years ago. So what Stadge has brought into the club is an environment where players can just relax, be themselves. There's no screaming. There's no pressure, okay? There's no your grandfather was a fucking railway track, worked on the railway tracks of blood, sweat and tears. None of that shit. Right, and I think that's contributed to building a really happy environment for these players, right? And you could just tell by Stadge's demeanor, and we've met him on personal level. He's a really nice, calm dude, bloke. Bro. Very, very calm guy, and I think that's brushed off on the players.
Fucking hell, these teachers, eh?
Teachers?
Yeah, Stadge. I got to read it out because Dan's on fire. I don't know where you've been all season.
Man, where the fuck you been all season, mate?
Dan, come now. What's going on?
Save your money. Stop donating to us. And
I keep spending.
He goes, I would love to be at the game, but cost of living is such a very hard to make the game. He did make the trip to Para for Newcastle game at the start of the year, and that was such an experience. He was training pilot, and he works with forklifts. So that explains his thing.
Well, look, listen, Dan. Whenever
there's a joke with forklifts.
Whenever you save up a bit of money next season, maybe if you do come down, mate, send us a message. And again,
things are looking up. Dan, get it? Works with forklifts.
Fucking
was a pilot. Things are looking up. They are.
So,
Georgia.
Malta. Let Dan know he's always welcome to.
100% he is, bro.
Have a drink with us whenever he does, eh?
100%.
Malta shout.
There was a really good comment I saw. Oh yeah. Where was the comment? Which team would you... Now, the season's not over yet.
Yeah.
But which season... which team is better? The 22-23 or now? So the LeUni team? Schneiderlin team? Or now?
I think now.
What would you say?
Which team's better? The 22/23? So the LeUni, Schneiderlin, all that stuff?
That team was much better than this team in terms of technical ability, bro. I don't think it's debatable. What is different, what the question I'll ask is, if Stadge had that team now, what would have been?
Oh, fuck.
That's what you got to ask, right?
Brother, we would have won the league by a mile.
If Stadge has done this with this crop of players, what could he have done with that group, bro?
Jeez.
Right? That group underachieved for me.
I said it along that end of that season. The bloke had all the tools.
All the tools, bro.
All the tools.
LeUni's game against Sydney FC away.
Amalfitano.
Yeah, Amalfitano. That was prime Marcelo,
Brother,
that
was
my boy Yeti.
Barella scoring it.
Brother, you had a team in your hand.
I don't know if you saw my Instagram. I shared a real LeUni with his cross. I think the last game of the season, like where he's playing. Goes down the right wing and just flicks like with his left foot, crack over, cross across goal, scores a goal. Great assist. What if I can find it.
Recent?
Yeah, I'll try to find it.
Yengi
said that team. Imagine with Stadge.
Yeah.
But I said maybe a week or two ago. How far do you reckon Rudin would have went with this team now that he had?
Fuck, not far, bro.
We wouldn't be in the top six. I'm telling you that, bro.
Nah, no way.
We're here fucking blowing up this mic here.
Yeah, nah, banana. It's not thing. It wouldn't.
Don't forget that, like most of the players that are in this team, like I've said it before, Rudin's they're all kind of Ruden's players.
A lot are, yeah.
Most of them are. I'd say 80% of the teams. It's all Ruden's. It's all
Prime
Ruden's players.
Simmons.
and now
Malta, I'm going to ask you a question. Have we overachieved this year?
So far, yes.
Yeah, I think. Because I personally said at the start of the season, if we finish 7th or 8th, that's success for me. I'd say re-sign Stage.
Yeah.
Mate, we were 2 points off second.
Well, yeah.
oh, what happened to him, mate? Chris Butter.
Oh, he made that video.
Hey, what a video, bro. That was a sick video.
I was on the toilet. Chris Butter. Under the bus.
Voice recording, cut it off and put it on there. It's like unbelievable. Good work,
We
bro.
loved it.
Good. I love that. That was good.
No,
Good-
we have
good laugh.
overachieved. Look, where we are right now, but I will say, I want us to win this game, not just obviously for that, but I think we need to take a step forward. Now, last time we were here 2 seasons ago, we lost. I think as a club, we need to
But
take that step
we
forward.
felt that, bro. We felt that he was going to lose.
Yeah, stop banging the table. Every time you bang the table, the thing goes.
Is it me?
Yeah.
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 There you go. But we all felt that, Malta. Once that final
Oh, it's KJ Watson. Shout out, man. Thanks, bro.
How many viewers do we have, Malta?
No idea. Malta's got on this special screen here.
I'm scared to move things because the chat's working. 153 right now.
Yeah,
We're cranking, boys. Fucking finals fever.
That time when we did make the final, I remember here when we were doing the watch along. Fucking, I think one of us was only excited, and the rest of us were nah, bro. We didn't need that, bro. And then we knew straight away we weren't winning.
Can we, while we're just on the project, can we get everyone just to press like, bro?
Yeah,
Press like.
Michael Driver. I think it's a fake Michael Driver. He was saying like.
Oh, yeah.
So you got us like 3 more.
Guys,
likes
just
to
press the
comment.
thumbs up, man. That's
Yeah.
all we want. That obviously helps us.
Kerrod,
with-
174. So obviously Kerrod's internet's better than yours. 174 viewers.
All right.
John, 2020 team could make Barello Balloon d'Or.
Ballon d'Or.
Ballon d'Or.
Did you say
Balloon
d'Or. Balloon Dion.
I thought I was going to say Balenciaga.
Balloon Dion.
All right, let's go on to.
Can we talk about something else?
Go.
Are we done with
Wrestling?
Wanderers?
I was going to go on to the victory game, like
Did we
preview
talk
shit.
about it in the beginning?
No, let's preview it properly.
All right.
Unless you want to talk about something before.
We'll be for an hour.
Well, yeah, let's,
No, we've only gone for an hour.
I think we've talked about it enough, Malta.
No, honestly, like
Dangerous game, but we're confident.
Yeah, but the way I see it is, look, with this game, two players I think we need to shut down: Azani and Mashak. Now, I think they're number 9. I can't remember his name. They're number 9, the centre forward. I don't think he likes a physical game. So I think
The Greek.
the Greek, the tall guy. I think Panta / Bonatic will have him.
Virgos?
Yeah, I think that's him. Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
so
black hair
Nikos
dude.
Virgos, right?
Yeah.
Which has got a striker. Azani and Velipile obviously are the wingers.
Yeah, Felipe.
And you've got Zidane in the 10.
Mashak,
I think
yeah.
he's back as well this week. The Italian.
Teague?
No, not Teague. Not just Teague. The other bloke. The one that played for Newcastle, actually.
Hamill.
Wellington.
Wellington. Who's there?
Piscopo.
Is he back? Is he?
Yeah.
He's back as well this week.
He's good.
But you don't know. Like they've got so much players. Like they don't know how to use them.
Yeah, I don't think. I think for the squad they have, I think Melbourne's underachieved this year, bro.
I think
Badly, bro.
Look, I see a lot of similarities between Victory and us, attacking wise. I think for me, the key player that's going to win it for us or go a long way is Gershbach, because Azani has been on fire since he hasn't made the Australian team. I watched the Victory game against Newcastle, and I watched the Victory game against Macarthur when that must win for Macarthur. And credit to Victory, going there and must win and winning. Azani, he's on fire. He is that dangerous player. I think you got to pester him because he's got it in him to be a sook and to lose his mind. Now, if Gershbach niggles, if he says things to him, which I think he should, Azani will have a tantrum and it will cost him. It will cost him.
Another thing that's going to help there, Malta,
Shut up,
on the
Lewis.
weekend.
Yeah.
Another thing's going to help, obviously, pestering the player. Crowd's going to play a lot of part here, bro.
Yeah. Get on Azani's back.
Get on their back, bro, as well. Be that fucking 12th man.
Yeah, say it. He bites. Azani bites. He bites. He is. And that's what I think we got over Victory. I think we are mentally stronger. I think our backline's
And we
stronger.
control it a lot better.
And yeah, because against Newcastle, they look absolutely credit for Victory against Macarthur, 100%. Against Newcastle, when Newcastle they dominated for 10 minutes and Victory folded. They gave up a shit goal and they let Newcastle dominate. And they couldn't win. We did. It's interesting. Our last 2 games have been Newcastle Macarthur. Their last 2 games have been Macarthur Newcastle. They've got 1 draw. We've got 1-1. Now, I know that doesn't lead to anything, but I think to shut Azani up, he's a dangerous player. Niggle, get in his face, blah, blah, blah. He will snap. Just don't bite. Gershback, be careful, because I think if he gets a yellow against Azani, fuck, that's dangerous. Azani goes a long way. Meshak, look, don't give him time on the ball. I think we get him. They play similar to us in that counter style. They got Azani, we got Milanovic. They got that number 9, we got Saps.
It's a good matchup.
Problem with them is they don't finish their chances, man.
They're
not
clinical.
finishing like last season when Fenaroli was on fire. Now they fucked. All right, I understand they want to bring in a second striker because Fenaroli's aging a bit. But I don't reckon they should have never bring him. Just let Fenaroli play. And
where they're weak, I think we can get them, is their right and left back. They leave a lot of space because of how they play. So Milanovic, he's going to find himself in space. The thing, like for me, it's Azani, and I think he likes to go on the right and likes to play in the middle. He likes to play between the lines.
I think if we're going to focus on Melbourne, I think their downfall is their backline, man. Yeah. They've only kept 1 clean sheet in the last 10 games, right? They eat a lot of goals, bro. So, look, I think if Melbourne wins this game, they've got to score 3+ goals. Yeah. I think we have at least 2 goals in us.
Yeah,
I do.
Hope so.
Not just that, Buzz. Like you're saying, their downfall. Their downfall is when they're playing well, just like they did against us. They played top, bro. Their downfall is when they concede a goal where they don't know how to. It looks like they don't know how to recover, bro.
They don't have the medal.
Poor reaction.
Yeah.
Honestly, we got better medal than them. Honestly, we're going into this favourites now. Guess who our ref is?
Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't really pay attention to this much. I always just there's stats people out there. Yeah. I'm not buying into it, man. Like,
what's the record? Malta?
16% wins. What's that? 2 wins out of 9 or 12 or something.
Who are we talking about?
Kersey.
Okay, come on, let's not be sookies now and fucking lean on that now. I referee down there. Let's just play our game.
It could be,
please.
Like I said in the chat, Banana, at first I was pissed off. I'm like, fuck, why did the club not pressure, blah, blah, blah. And maybe they did behind closed doors. For me, this might even fire up the players in that they can't leave anything to chance. You're going to get rorted by the referee. Now they're expecting it. When it happens, they're not going to be like, fuck, obviously we expected it. It might push them on. It might make more of a us versus them mentality, I guess. And the players are going to be G'd. It's a final. Now there's something against them. So hopefully they go in there and they do that little bit more.
I can't stand him, bro.
Kersey,
yeah, I can't stand him, but I'm with Banana. Just don't focus on the ref, bro.
Play your game.
Play your game, bro.
Do what we just get the job done. Let's get extra step.
Score all legitimate goals. No issues with VAR. Don't give a reason to pull something up. Just fucking do it for yourselves and do it for the coach.
Oh, let's do it.
Malta. Let's talk about game day here.
I'm about to do a poll. Start a poll. Predict the result.
Predict? We just
do a poll with the scores, bro.
The result.
Win-loss.
Predict.
WL.
How about a draw?
No, you can't. Knockout.
How about extra time?
Okay.
You got
extra time, and I'm going penalties now, boss.
Golden boot.
Both teams to score. Result.
Golden point.
Boom. There. I've covered everything.
You got it all covered.
There we go,
bro. We're engaging.
For whatever reason, chat's working on my laptop now.
That old chest done, Malta, huh?
There we go. 100% done to go.
69. That's good number. 70.
But honestly, it could go anything. Like this game, like I was saying to Banana before the potty, we could win 2-0, we could lose 2-0, we could win 3-2, we could lose 3-2.
And that's why we're nervous, I think, Malta, because it could be anything on the night, bro. We could be walking out of that stadium fucking euphoric, or we could walk out with our hearts ripped out, bro. Yeah. That's what makes me nervous.
I just don't want pens. Yeah. Don't give me pens, please. Don't.
Nah.
I can't stand
don't pens. Do pens.
That's
don't vote for pens, people, please.
Nah, no pens, bro. I'd rather lose.
Is this against Sydney? Is this like against Sydney 2 years ago? I know we finished higher than. For me, they were still favourites even in Parramatta. Are we all agreeing that we're favourites this game?
Absolutely,
absolutely, yeah.
Bro, you can't. A team that hasn't lost in 12 rounds, you can't say that they're underdogs, bro. We've gone through the whole league without losing, pretty much.
Half.
Yeah.
I'm saying This last 12 rounds, we've versed every team without losing.
All the top.
All the top teams, all the bottom teams, 12
top,
wins.
Bottom, everything.
12 games is you've versed everyone and you haven't lost a game. So I can't say we're underdogs. You can't say that. We are favourites.
I think the A-League page posted up on their socials, I think, Tuesday.
Well, yes, I've seen it today. I know what you're talking about.
They were looking at like the top 6, how many wins they had against each other, and we were second.
Yeah.
There you go. We were 1 point behind Auckland.
Yeah.
Even I seen today they posted
and even
one up.
Adelaide were third.
I seen they posted one up today, George.
And I think Melbourne Victory were like second last, I think. So that, I mean, it doesn't count. It doesn't factor in much for being an elimination game, but it does factor in the sense that the team knows how to beat Melbourne.
Yep.
That's all you need.
Game. We get through this game.
Malta.
Yeah.
Let's talk about more exciting stuff.
Oh, what's more exciting? Okay, go.
Let's talk about Saturday. What's planned? What time we want everyone at the pub? Is there a march? Let's talk about these stuff. Okay. So obviously, what time is kickoff? 7:40.
7:35. I think.
7:35.
Give or take.
What time would we like people to come down to the Crown?
So get to obviously to the RBB did a post about the time. I can't remember exactly, but
6:40. I think it was.
No, not Crown. Earlier.
No, March.
Oh, the March. Yeah, it would be about if the game's 7:35. Yeah, it'd be
6:40.
It's just so you know, it's a different march. It's back to the original march, not the other route. Not the route we did for when we versed home Melbourne City, I think it was. So it's back through Prince Alfred Park.
Yep.
So the meeting point is there because Victory supporters.
Yes, okay.
Because they walk that route. Yeah. So yeah, obviously just look on the.
They have a
RBB
march
post.
as well, do they?
Look, it's sad, man. It's sad what's happening with the NT because for more reports, they're not coming in big numbers.
Okay.
They're not coming big numbers.
Which is sad, man.
It's sad. It's sad because, this should, So, Karen, you write in the comments, pub, relax, Matthew, Crown from 3 p.m.
Awesome.
And then the march starts at 6:40.
Merch
for
the RBB, hopefully.
There's an online merch, online.
Awesome.
All that money, the RBB was clear this time. All the money does go to TIFOs and things like that.
Awesome.
And back in the
And mate, can I just say something, Malta?
I'm signing merch apparently, Matthew. Cheers, bro.
This season, and I'm hoping there's more to see, all right? But this season has been it's been fantastic to see how the RBB has invested the money.
Yeah.
Right? Some of the tifos displayed this season, right, has been unreal, and to see that they've used the funds to kind of bring that world European kind of taste to our games, man.
Yeah.
Like we're talking about two level
we've
tifos,
done,
bro.
4 tifos, I think.
Yeah. So the reason I'm saying that is, man, listen, jump on the merch sites, grab your merch from the RBB.
It goes to a good
all
cause.
funds comes back to game, match day experiences for all the fans, bro.
100%.
So that's,
Will there be a tifo? I guess you're going to have to wait and see.
You have to wait and see. Buy a
to the
ticket
game.
and you'll know.
Suck shit. I know people are going to have to suck shit to everyone that could not get a ticket. That's what I'm going to say.
There's still tickets available.
There's still tickets available. Become a member, you idiots.
But you're saying in the RBB section.
Wherever,
Your
bro.
seats or whatever. Like,
I just want everyone to be a member.
Yeah.
We've been waiting 8 years for this, where we've been continuously members.
well,
And for what? And now the man's back. Like old para.
well,
You have to be
Shout
a
out to
member.
Dennis for getting my ticket.
All right, let's look at this vote. So 73% reckon we'll win, 3% lose,
I'm going with the 3%.
23% extra time.
You can't go fucking 4 wins.
Nah, John, I'm not talking about RBB, bro. I'm talking even around the sides, bro. Look, they haven't sold out. The game hasn't sold out. So if you want tickets, still buy.
It'll be close to it. I reckon it'll just be the outskirts. It'll be empty.
Yeah,
Maybe the top will be scattered, but
I would be
As long as the bottom looks full to me, bro, I'm happy. Bro.
I'll be disappointed with anything less than 20 for sure.
oh yeah,
Oh, it's got to be around 20.
20.
Yeah.
Surely.
It's got to be over 20. That's a shit thing. If they travelled, they bring 3K, so they didn't. But yeah.
fuck.
yeah.
How many away tickets sold? Do
Don't
we
know.
know?
Last I heard 34.
Yeah, some shit. Shit.
34.
That was like
Shit.
3 days ago.
Are we going to talk on the whole NT shit?
We've talked about it.
We've talked about it. Yeah, you have your view.
You can have your little share.
Oh, I'll have my share. Obviously, they've they've released a statement yesterday, saying they're going to stick to their guns and won't return till the bans are over, which is in 2027. I say this about all fan bases, right? We need to support each other in times like this, right? You could be the biggest rivalries in a 90-minute game, but we're all there for the same reasons, and that is supporting what we love, supporting our passion. So when it comes to the political side of things, we need to have each other's backs, because active support in this country, man, we've been tested, bro.
Yeah.
We've been tested.
Breaking point almost.
Breaking point. And you know what? There's been countless amount of times where different active support groups have come there for to support each other. And it's a good feeling knowing that we've got each other's back. So, again, we can sit back and say ha kind of attitude, but it's not that, right? It's it's a sad situation. I've always said Melbourne and NT have always I'm talking since the inception of the league, have been elite in their support for their team, and I'd say they're probably up there in the top 3. Active support groups.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? That can't even, that's undebatable, right? The numbers are there, right? Membership numbers are there. You switch on a game, you see the NT there, and to see that's not going to be part of our game and part of our league for at least the next season, it's disappointing, bro. Yeah. It's disappointing, and I support their fight and I support their stand, and hopefully, the league can.
We were talking, Boz, before. You were saying you were saying the comments that they made that they deserve to be banned, but those that didn't make the comments, they unjustly banned. That's
yeah. Listen, bro. Yeah. What upsets me about this is the leagues take on a everyone's punished kind of route.
Collective. Yeah,
it's a collective route.
That's a shit thing.
And bro, that is fuck. You can't do that, bro. Yeah. You can't do that. That's like walking That's like being at a party and someone's had a fight and the police come in and arrest everyone for the fight. It's not common sense, right? So it's not common sense. It's illogical. Yeah. It's harmful for our game, especially while this league is always competing against other codes. It's harmful. It takes us back in terms of active support, and I just hope that the league does bend before those bans are ended in 2027, and hopefully we can see the NT return to their full strength, which is bro. When we see NT thriving, bro, it's a great sight. And we've been to away games and we've seen it firsthand, bro.
Some of the comments, just to clear things up, like none of us are saying that those people that made the comments should not be banned. We all agree. No. We're just saying we're against collective bans. And if there's evidence that all 8 did make the comments, then 100% all 8 should be banned.
And what
100%.
What frustrates me as well is the appeal process. Right,
there is no process.
There is no process. They've said it. They've said it many times over years that there isn't and all they say is email this email address, blah blah blah. But bro, you cannot have an appeals process that is ran by the same people that are applying the bans. Yeah. It's got to be an independent, right, appeals process that is neutral. Right, and that looks at the situation and makes a determination based off the information. Right, it's very biased. Yep. Right, it's strongly biased towards the league that they're the ones that review bans when they've placed them in the first place. Right. Now, again, I don't support the comments or whatever's happened at that. Was it the Newcastle game?
No, it wasn't new. They went there.
State League.
Yeah, the problem is they went there.
That's not the problem.
It's not. But I'm saying, how can you ban me from an A-League game if I'm at a different game?
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
You get me?
Well, look, Banana, it is under the same body, right? Which is football, FFA, Football Australia. So if the game you're at is at a club that's registered under Victoria Football, who's then under the body of Football Australia, they do have the rights to kind of put down some sort of punishment, just like us in the NPL, right? Now, it's highly unjust for me that, again, it's a collective punishment rather than it's very lazy. It's a lazy punishment. It's them saying, "Oh, we can't be fucked investigating. Let's just fucking throw a ban at all of them." It's very lazy. It's very lazy, and it's disappointing, and hopefully they can sort this shit out, man. Because
in saying that, like, whoever made those comments, they deserve to be banned. Blah blah.
Yeah,
blah.
yeah. Like
100%.
we don't need to say that. We're not here supporting.
Because comments, we have to say.
No, we're not here supporting the people that have done wrong.
Yeah.
What we're saying, we're throwing our support behind those that have been banned, right? Who did not make any comments.
You were guilty by association.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's pretty much what it is.
All right. Well said, Boz. CEO, people want to comment about CEO stepping down. CEO of Football New South Wales, Johnson.
Yeah.
Look, I had high hopes for this bloke. I remember we were doing potties when he got announced, and I said, this bloke's got good experience in England with the Premier League, played a big part in, and yeah, disappointing.
They're all the same to me.
Has it been pushed out the door?
No one's answered that question.
Okay.
Comments have been asked. I've looked online unless someone else knows. No one knows that comment. Yeah, that answer. Yeah. All right, you wanted to talk about something else before we talked about
this was it.
Oh, sorry.
That was it?
Oh, the whole NT situation. Oh no, I want to talk about game day, and then obviously when we're speaking about the Melbourne March, and if they're coming down, I kind of remembered the whole NT situation.
They'll have some supporters. Look, someone said they've sold 100 away tickets, so they'll have some sort of supporters. But yeah, let's.
Shame it couldn't be the proper.
Yeah, that's it.
Thing.
Fuck, it would be a G up. But look, it is still a G up. You know, it's not as much of a G up with the stands, but it's still a G up on the field. And you know, Melbourne Victory are a proper rival, apart from Sydney.
Can I ask you a question?
Yo.
If we were in the same boat, if let's say we reversed the sides here, and we were the ones that were punished, and the game was in Melbourne, would we have attended? Without any RBB,
I would be there.
You'd be there.
Wig or whatever, I'd be there.
Okay,
yeah.
But not as an RBB member.
If I'm banned, I'd be there.
What?
Like, is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying they've collectively banned.
Oh, yeah, I would travel down. I would.
You would?
Not as RBB as myself.
Sorry, George.
That's all right.
Yeah, I would travel down.
Yeah,
not as RBB as myself.
Yeah, as yourself.
Yeah,
okay, cool.
yeah.
So what you're saying is we're expecting some fans that are in NT to hopefully come down and obviously not have any banner or anything like that.
I think they should. Yeah.
I think they should. I
don't think they are. I think they're just fucking over it.
Over it, eh?
Yeah.
Fucking done.
I don't think they are. But honestly, apart from that, it's going to be a cracker atmosphere regardless if they're there or not. It's going to be a cracker. Like, I can't remember last time I don't even know how much the derby away when we did that big tiff and we were 2-0 down. I don't know how much the crowd was, but fuck, before that police happened, it was pumping.
It was pumping.
And I think this has that potential.
And we still kept going despite the goals as well, Malta.
Yeah. 2-0 down after 6 minutes.
Yeah,
and we're still going.
Yeah.
So look, if we do a couple of things, because a couple of comments were talking about the RBB, if we do go a goal down, don't have you say fuck, and then keep chanting. No phones. If you're bringing new people to the RBB, please, for the love of God, do not go that centre bay. Go the one next to it. We can't afford to have any passengers in this stadium.
You will be called out, right?
You expect the players to go for 90 minutes. You go for 90 minutes. If the capper tells you to chant, you don't have a fucking tantrum. You chant. Simple as that.
I heard there was a few phones.
Fucking sooks, bro.
I heard there was a few phones at Macarthur that were recording and off their phone.
Brother, yeah. Honestly, it's good.
So hopefully that's a new thing in the RBB.
You have your phone out. Expect it to be fine.
Be prepared to get it chucked on the field and never fucking cry.
That's it.
I love it.
If you got young people not in the first couple rows, they will get hurt. I'm telling you now, they will get hurt.
Keep the little ones out of the front row.
I don't mean aggressively. I mean that naturally they'll get hurt.
He means it aggressively.
Yeah, I'll kick your kids. Nah. Let's just make it feel like the old days. You know, we've waited a long time for this. So
my advice: fucking just get early to the pub and just soak in the whole day. Don't make it don't just rock up half an hour before kill. Games like this, it's got to be a game day experience. You got to fucking wake up, have a big breakfast, bro, and fucking get down to Parramatta.
Have a shot at tequila.
Have a shot of Fireball.
Where's that fireball?
And just fucking get stuck in, bro, early, and let it fucking be a whole day experience, bro.
Fire up the barbecue. That's what you're gonna do.
And don't. People are already talking about the cops. Don't.
Just worry about.
They're going to be looking at something.
Worry about yourself. Don't even worry about that. Just do your thing. Come there, enjoy the game. Don't worry about cops.
Just on that. If you do see a cop who's trying to obviously
prove a point, aggravate.
Yeah, trying to pick a fight, just walk off, man.
Yeah, they're gonna try and fucking
They're gonna
ruin
try.
the night for
I've
someone.
always said this. They've always tried to
Big occasions, fuck it.
fuck things
Yeah,
up
they always do it.
to justify their presence. Obviously, the cost of having such a large police presence there.
Shut
They
up,
always
man.
try to justify it. Listen, man, if they're picking a fight or something, just walk off, bro.
Walk off.
Let's not fucking have that shit.
Or call out for Gaffer. Gaffer will come and help.
Gaffer.
Guys,
Yeah, guys. That was good.
guys.
That was
All right,
that
let's
was
do
really
score predictions. Who wants to go first?
Well, I mean,
I'm going first.
yeah.
1-1 full time.
Fucking hell,
We score the winner in the 118th minute.
Was.
I reckon it's
Are we on the field?
I reckon it's a nah. I'm gonna go. I reckon we'll. I'll go 3-1 Wanderers.
That's too boring, Banana.
So boring.
You got to add some spice to this game.
We go up 2-0. They score 1. We get a third one.
Late.
I love a 3-1.
I reckon when,
Well,
when
I mean-
everyone's waiting for penalties, we're going to snatch it at the end, bro. 118th minute.
Look, I hate
don't
to
think
break
Victor
your
can
hearts,
go for that
boys.
Go, George.
I actually won't be at the game.
Sorry, mate.
Yeah. I think it's a valid reason.
We'll decide if
He's, go-
I don't.
he's going to the Tigers game.
No.
He's sitting next to Benji in the box, bro.
Benji.
Nah.
Oh, Benji.
Nah.
Cluck.
Oh, Benji. Look. Go, George.
I'm singing. I'm seeing a singer from Greece
Oh, dinner for two. or
that I've
what?
already bought tickets.
What, a concert or a date?
No, concert.
Okay, can I comment? That is not validated,
That is
George.
valid.
That is.
Sorry,
How much was
George.
your ticket? How much was your ticket?
About 160.
Give him the money.
Yeah, I was going to say about that much.
money.
I thought it was $50. I'll give you the money.
Whatever we've raised tonight, give it to George.
Yeah.
Georgie, sack
Georgie,
her,
brother.
But
George, I'm
Sack
sorry to G
her.
you up. How long have you waited for this day, George?
George, you've waited
8
fucking
years,
10
brother.
years of fucking.
You have gone to Spotless. You have gone to ANZ. You've never turned your back on this team except for stage out. Season's over.
And
and
make a
now
poll.
we're there,
Make
brother.
a poll. Is it valid?
Now we're there.
Is
Is this a
George's
valid enough
reason valid, bro?
excuse?
Let
the
the
comments
people
are- the
let the
comments are
people
gone.
decide.
All right.
Let the people. George, you're gonna miss something spectacular.
Nah, George. Sorry, brother.
look, if I end
Where's
up,
she singing?
Nah,
Where's she
George.
singing?
You're going to
No,
regret it,
it's
brother.
a
Is it
You're
a
gonna
he or
regret it.
she?
it's a guy.
Oh
even
my
worse.
god!
George, I'm missing a wedding for this.
I wish Azuri
George,
could. I wish
I'm
Azuri
missing
could
the
say
game.
the same. I wish
be on his
Azuri could
phone.
say the same. He's gonna be watching it on his phone.
Oh,
What do we got?
Georgie.
Holy shit, 11. Oh, wait. Wow, George.
All right, let's help you out. What's the singer's name?
Sarbel.
Sarbil.
Sarbil.
Guys. If there's any Greek people out there, get on the votes, bro.
As such, I'm a bit surprised. 13% said yes. 87% said no.
What was a landslide, bro?
An answer, Georgie.
Must
Don't
be
do it,
Greek
George.
days, 13, 14.
Change your mind,
George,
George.
brother, you're going to regret it.
We'll see
Georgie.
if we win.
We'll see Saba next time, bro.
Georgie.
He hasn't been in the country for 15 years. So
We'll wait another 15.
There you go. John raised a good point. He's from Greece. He'll be running late the Malacca.
Oh, for sure.
Valid.
Where's that at?
He'll have.
Canterbury, Helston, RSL.
George, you've been fake fans been thrown
Hang
around a lot.
on, hang on. What time is he? What time is
Dinner's
he?
at midnight.
You can make it then. You can make it. What
time?
time is he coming out singing? What time is he going to finish?
2 a.m. in the morning.
George, fuck off, bro. Get to the game.
To the game and go straight after the game.
Oh my God.
I know I'm a big fan of you, George. This is poor
Brother,
decision,
they had a
brother.
Bosnian singer come out here. The guy was singing till 4 in the morning, brother. And it's Begovic, brother.
People are missing funerals. People are missing weddings. People are missing everything.
Well, the guy who died, he's not going to know.
Yeah, exactly. Georgie, bro.
Georgie.
Now you would have, Matt.
Georgie, bro, we got to continue this investigation here.
Georgie's feeling disappointed, Feeling attacked.
Nah, because you know what? At the end of the day,
Is this what you said before the party? We're like, I'm going to say something
Yes,
controversial. And we're like,
yes.
don't tell us. This was it. Fuck.
Wow.
I wish you told us before because I could swear.
That is pretty controversial, bro. Fuck.
sad, man. Well, give us that. At least give us a score prediction, George.
1-0 Wanderers.
And you don't want to come.
90th goal. That crowd goes wild. Everyone's on the
You know, if you predicted a loss, I'd kind of say, fuck, all right, George, but he's saying we're going to win and he doesn't want to be there, bro. That's painful. Oh, good.
Imagine it's the last minute winner, George. Georgie, hey, imagine this. Antonsen, bro. Corner.
Wow.
He just comes on. We need a goal. 1-1.
Wow.
what's his name? Whips in the corner. The left back goes back, whips in the corner. Near post, clap.
We're running on, yeah.
Brother, everyone's on the field.
We're running on.
Brother, I'm running from my TV. Let alone the field.
This is the one you run on, bro.
Come on, Georgie.
Georgie, just think about it, brother. Think about it.
Have a
Think
good
about it.
long
Take a
ass
proper think.
brother.
You've got 48 hours, George.
Yeah.
Georgie.
Oh, I definitely know one player that doesn't want me there.
Don't worry about it. But Georgie, you deserve to be there, bro.
George, listen. At least come for the
yourself.
first half.
I'm going to sort him out. I'll sort him out.
Come
I've
for
sorted
first
him out
half.
before. I'll sort him out again.
Don't worry about
Just
that.
think of a joke, bro.
Fucking
I'm
got
at
no
us.
jokes. I forgot
Hey,
about jokes.
you know what, bro?
I don't even know.
Big numbers tonight, bro.
Yeah.
Big, huge numbers.
Everyone.
Probably
Thank
200.
you.
Everyone's feeling it, bro.
Feeling the rush.
Fucking feeling it. Everyone's pumped.
I've got to say it because I'm superstitious. My score prediction. Sorry, boss, to cut you out. I haven't had
Oh,
one.
no one cares about
Yeah,
it.
but my superstitious, bro. I've had a score prediction
Yeah.
for the last how many games, and we've gone good. I am. Oh fuck. Fuck. I don't know what to say. You said 3-1, Banana Ray.
3-1, yeah.
I reckon it's going to be 2-0. I just don't know who for.
Oh, fuck off, bro.
Fuck yeah,
Yeah,
out of
fuck
here,
out of you.
Malta.
End the
We
show,
always
bro.
score, so it could be us.
Yeah.
Let's not jinx it now.
Well,
Let's
we've said Melbourne hasn't kept the clean sheet for well 1 in 10 games.
Like our last one was
So
against
if-
Western United. Yeah.
Okay, so I said they have to score more than 2 goals to win
Okay,
because
yeah,
I see us
yeah, good
scoring 2 goals.
interpretation. All right.
So we're on the right path, Malta.
go with that.
We're in collaboration here. We're
I'll
in
go
sync.
2-0 win. 2-0
Done.
win.
I've got him over the line, Banana.
There. Matthew. I got to call you Matthew always now.
Matthew.
He hates it.
Guys,
Oh, better.
like
Even Dan, aviation wants to end with a joke.
Fuck, I didn't come prepared for a joke, bro. We're done
Ahmed, brother,
overtime.
Ahmed.
Got back 8. Came out here, set this place up. Lie down for 10 minutes and Malta's fucking here.
Yeah, you need some.
Yeah,
He's
he needs
doing
some-
all this technical
fuck,
shit.
I don't know. Next year we're fucked, mate.
Does anyone have a joke?
No one's got a joke. I don't know.
There was a couple of jokes before. What's his name? Matt said it. Well, John's missing his wife's wedding to be here, so at the game. So yeah,
what's winning?
that's a joke.
That's a good one.
Why did the ghost get kicked out of the bar?
No idea.
Couldn't handle all the booze.
Fuck.
All right, Matt, bro, your last joke, you got me last joke. I remember that.
Fuck, Matt deserves to be banned, bro.
Ahmed needs a joke, bro.
It's all right, Ahmed. We'll have one for you next week, brother. I promise.
Next week for sure.
We'll be ready.
Whether it's season over or season continue.
All right, Malta.
we'll have
Make
one.
sure everyone likes it. How long have we been on this fucking show?
Like a
1.5 hours, bro.
Is it? Fuck, I haven't. Yeah, I'm on the other screen. Yeah.
Malta's on the other side.
Guys, listen. If you see us on Saturday,
40. Wow,
come
well
say.
deserved.
We will be doing interviews.
Yeah.
We'll be doing interviews outside, whether we win, lose. I
Come
can't
say
draw,
hello to
so yeah.
us. We'll be at the Crown early. Come grab a drink with
Yeah.
us, and let's fucking make
We
it.
see
a day.
Boz said he will shout the first 10 people for drinks, so get there.
Yeah. His card's blocked. You can't, I guess.
Whoever comes up to you, I'm gonna say you're the 11th man. Bro. Sorry,
Bro,
you just missed out, bro. I just bought the 10th drink, bro.
Bro, I was looking for you.
The guy's there at 3 o'clock. The pub's empty, bro.
Oh, no, hopefully, yeah.
Have you ever done those ones when you're in the lift? You're in the lift and then like the doors are just closing and you see that person running and you do the act like you're gonna press the button. And you never
never do the brain.
It's
Shut.
shut.
See you later, dickhead.
I mean, I read that.
All right, guys.
Yeah,
Like-
hopefully we're here next week, all happy and stuff like you're saying, Boz. Say it.
Make sure everyone likes, press the thumbs up button.
Subscribe.
Listen, I hope next week's not an end of season potty.
Yep.
I could bring that bottle back out, you know.
Don't forget, I feel it's part of our destiny. We're gonna crack open that blue label this year.
I don't think it's easy.
But let's take it one game at a time.
Yeah.
And
Four
hopefully,
more wins, four more wins.
next week we're here talking about the next fixture, eh?
That's it. Well said.
Let's do that.
Well said. All right, we'll see you at the game. If we got
Georgie.
tickets, do it.
Fucking hey. Rethink your decision, brother.
You got a lot of thinking, man.
Georgie
All
will
right,
be
Georgie.
rethinking.
Georgie, all
All right, peace. See you at the game.
Yeah, if I don't
Boys,
see
G up.
sorry,
Sorry.
going,
Well,
brother.
fuck, we've ended it like 6
Georgie,
times.
if I don't see stories of you on the fucking table over there with the blue label fucking sculling it down, brother, we're going to have a big talking.
Well, big talk.
Big talking.
All right, guys.
Boys, we'll see you at
See
the
you.
game.